Hey guys, Skewy here, and today's video is going to be something different, but something I'm definitely going to cover a lot of in the future, possibly move my main focus to. This is something I've been looking forward to for about 4 or 5 months now, and they've finally started hinting at a release, at a drop, at gameplay, at the PAX East in Boston last night, this morning, today, yesterday, whichever part of the world you're in, and I was catching the stream, writing down a few notes on this game, and I'm very excited what I've seen and the depth that has been shown with the devs who want to make this game the best it can be. Now the game is called Grounded, and what you're looking at in the background is the trailer slash gameplay released at the PAX East event, if you would call it. And it is basically, I've just taken it off a YouTube video they released and I've chucked it in background just to show you what the game visually looks like. I apologize if it sounds like I'm reading off notes and point form because, well, I actually am. So bear with me. I'm going to try and make this sound as professional as possible, but we all know that ain't going to happen. So first of all, it's Grounded. It's basically Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and it's mixed with survival. It looks like Fortnite when you build. It plays a lot like The Forest from looking at it and some of the features. It's basically 4 kids shrunk down into the backyard. You need to survive. You need to forage, find things, craft tools, weapons, fight the ants, live with the ants, spiders, all that. Everything you'd find in a garden. Toys, Coke cans. There's a lake apparently. In different sections of the backyard. They haven't really hinted much else at it, but as you'll see through the video, there is crafting, different levels of crafting and foraging, different ways to get things. You do have hunger and thirst, so that's one of the things you need to be mindful of when venturing through your own backyard. First of all, it's made by Obsidian, and not a big team, only 12 people, so it's more of a labor of love, this project, and they are really excited by the looks of them to bring this to us, and they have been working at making it as individual as possible. This is a new concept which I'm really excited about and have been since I first saw it. I will be streaming it, I will be making content on it, I will be putting a lot of focus into this game. This is why I'm bringing this to you, my channel, and the new guys who are going to come through in the Grounded scene, because this is what my focus will be when it releases, which is very soon. It's supposed to be spring, which is autumn here in Australia. So basically, soon is what they said, and I'm very excited about it. So I'm going to read from my notes, which are going to be point form, and I will try and keep to the subject instead of rattling on like I normally do. It's single or multiplayer, 4-player co-op. And they have said that single player and multiplayer can be mixed, so if you jump a squad with your mates, build a few things, but then you want to jump back in later on by yourself and just do a little bit while the guys can't be on, or they want to do that, you can do that. So I'm not sure if the host can only do that or if just everyone can, so that will be interesting to see, but I hope it's everyone. I hope everyone has permissions in the server and we can just build when we feel like it. There is a story mode being added when the game releases in game preview, which I will say will be in the Game Pass or the Xbox Insider program if you want early access, so you must be a part of that. It's going to be free in Game Pass, I assume, like Vigor was. I'm not sure if it'll be like, here, just slide us $20 for the founder program to help support us before release. Story mode will only be like a couple of missions just to give you a feel for it, and then they'll add to it when the game releases. They basically said the player you own is 10 millimeters high as a reference to how big things are, so ants, caterpillars, spiders are huge. All the bugs, there's different types of ants, like if you kill a few normal ants, they'll start bringing soldier ants in. You can wipe out a whole ecosystem. I'm not sure what that means for the animals that prey on that food source, whether they move towards you or they move towards something else and start eating that and things happen. They are working on everything is a moving part in the game, no matter if you're looking at it or far away from it. So they will have things going on behind the scenes where the ants are foraging away from you or sleeping. There is a day and night cycle. No weather as yet for it, but there will be day and night cycles at the moment. They do want to push weather into it, but at the moment they're just dealing with bring it out on preview in a simplistic form to basically see what we think. So 4 characters to play, survival. You can play single player. We've covered story mode. The moving parts in the map, they're trying to make everything interactable. All your weapons can be thrown, everything you pick up can be thrown. It builds like the forest, where you lay a blueprint on the ground and people can come over and put their blades of grass you've cut down. The environment is what you build with, as you will see in the video in the background. And you basically make axes. I'm not sure about swords, but spears, maybe a bow and arrow. You can make armor from bugs. You kill the beetles, you can peel off their skin and wear it as a trophy to take on others. You can have a shield. You have different tiers, whether the workbench needs to be upgraded to make the different tiers or the parts need to be found. One thing they have made is if you need 3 things for an axe or a bow and arrow, and 1 thing you need to make in another menu, you can just, for lack of an argument, hold A, and it will build the spare part you need if you have the materials. So that is one thing. They've made it easy crafting. There's no different stats to each character. There's no different customizations. You basically pick one. I'm guessing there will be customizations later on, so hang out for that. They won't be fully just stuck like glue to what they look like. You basically walk around with what they call a scab bracelet, which is your health, your thirst, food, time of day, I'd say, basically like a Pip-Boy. You can drink dewdrops, so in the morning go out, get your sources of water because the dew is on the grass, so it's interactable like an actual backyard. You throw everything, we have mentioned that. You craft food, so you can cook. Take mushrooms, you can cook the beetles, eat their meat. We have covered what the building is like with the forest. There is going to be interchangeable parts, as I've said, with the bugs moving around, doing their thing, interacting with each other. They will be friendly, some of them. Like your ants won't hurt you unless you hurt them, then, you know, snowball effect. They have hunting, sleeping, and eating routines, so you can pick the time of day when you think, oh, the ants will be going home by now, so I can go over here where they were. The dog is going again. How about that? You can wipe out the food sources for certain animals, so they'll move away. So ants, whatever they eat, grass, I guess. You cut out the grass from a field around you, and they won't come near you. There will be interchangeable first and third person, so whichever one you like, you can do that on the fly in game. I'm going to hurt this dog. For those of you who haven't been to my channel, you will hear it in a number of videos. I'm going to cut him up and sell him to the Chinese shop down the road. Anyway, spiders, they are developing different types of spiders and an arachnophobia mode for people who are shit scared of spiders because they look scary in this game. Holy hell. You can get weapons and armor from different types of things. We have discussed that. Different bugs, pebbles, acorns. You get a repair wrench for that one. So you can repair things on the fly. You get quick crafting, which we've talked about for your materials and other things, making fences and that. Base building, you can have a creative mode. So if you don't want to fight anything, you can just go to creative mode and build to your heart's content. You can make double levels, but as you move up through the better resources, you could possibly make higher bases with stairs and such. Right now, grass goes 2 levels high with your houses, so they want to make it as customizable as possible. The more levels you progress, it will get harder. It scales for the amount of people you have in, so health on ants will be higher if you have 4 people, so you can't just swarm the map with 4 people. You will be attacked more as you progress through the game, so they've made it harder. There will be a story mode. Not sure if an end game is yet to get out of the backyard or shrink back up, so we don't know. Again, they have advertised this as dropping soon, and a lot of things are still in the works. Just reading through my notes, there's a chat wheel. So like Vigor, guys who have been in my channel previously, like Vigor, there's an emote wheel and there'll be a chat wheel. So you can emote at people, thumbs up, thumbs down over there, look here. You can also party chat if you want to. Proximity chat hasn't been confirmed or really asked the question of yet, like DayZ, so maybe there will be crossplay between the platforms. I only talk about PS4, Xbox and PC right now. There will be different areas like flooded areas from sprinklers, grassland. There's no digging of tunnels by yourself yet, just with the habitats of certain animals underground. So there is a shovel, but that's more to gain resources than anything, they said. Not mounts as yet, no riding ants or grasshoppers around yet. They are looking to implement that. But as we said, it is scaled, so like Borderlands, the enemies will be harder, but I think the rewards may be better. There's no limitations to the player distance either. This is really good. No limitations to the player distance. So your mate can be 2 kilometers over the other side of the map doing something, and you can be here and it'll be fine. They are looking to scale the enemies and work that out. So if you're by yourself, you're not getting absolutely murdered and punished because you're by yourself, doing your own thing. Like you might be multitasking, you go grab that, I'll grab this, and we'll meet back at home. We won't get penalized for that as yet. It looks like the devs really are exploring all options to make this game as open-ended as possible. We're not sure how big the open world is, but they said big. It looks like they can also, or they are also looking at DLCs and opening for that, as in other people's backyards, different areas. You know, the fence only goes so far, you can go in the house. This is all my ideas, none of this is confirmed with DLCs. It just seemed they were talking in a way that, you know, in the future. And it looks like, oh, we got an update coming where you can go over here for a while, or you can go out onto the road or something. You don't know, but there's limitless opportunities to what can be done with this game, and I'm very excited to be able to stream it and bring it to you guys. It is going to be free with the Game Pass, as I've said, free in the Steam store. I almost fucked that up. And whatever PlayStation has, I don't know. It's free there. Until the game is released, we don't know what it'll cost. But I would assume it'd be like Vigor, guys, where just chuck us $20, you'll get a customization, you'll get this extra stuff for the rest of your life, and you can, you know, strut around and say, look, I was here first. But that is it, guys. That is Grounded. That is the PAX East update. I'm fucking so excited about this. This is going to be an amazing game. You will catch me streaming it, which means maybe less Vigor content for you guys. But I'm not a one-trick pony, and I'm so passionate about this project that hopefully you guys will get hooked just as much as I will be. This is going to be amazing. It's going to be console forest made into a kid-style 90s backyard extravaganza. It's going to be amazing, guys. So be sure to follow all the links on Twitter and jump in the Discord. I will leave a link down the bottom for the Grounded Discord. And man, this is going to be amazing. I'm so excited. Cheers for watching. As usual, sub, like, comment down the bottom what you think. All that, guys. Thank you very much.
Come on.